The thing that always encourages me when I walk into a lodge is to take my first look always up to the east. And what I'm looking for is I want to see the stones. I want to see what the stones, the rough ashlar and the perfect ashlar. I want to see what those look like in that lodge, because for me, the best thing I think that has ever happened for me is to come into that understanding of all of us, each and every one of us as Masons. The primary commitment that we've made is reflected by those two rocks, right? The rough ashlar and the perfect ashlar. So sometimes, you get yourself into a situation, or, something comes up where, you're looking for some context. And gosh, I got to tell you, remembering that I am in the process of perfection. I know that's a bold statement, but we all are in the process of becoming perfect. And so as we walk the rocks, right? You're walking between the rough and the perfect ashlar, right? We just have to remember that everything that comes at us, the good stuff, the tough stuff, maybe some bad stuff, it's all for a reason. And so for me, the fraternity, that is the greatest gift I think that I've received from the fraternity, is, to understand that these decisions, and in my business, I make tons of decisions. I make decisions every day. And but knowing that becoming better and actually pursuing that process of becoming a better person, and may we actually say a perfect person.
I believe that the first step to become a Mason is being a good man and has principles. And what Masonry does for me is improve those principles. During the time that I have been a Mason, I learned to be more patient and listen more. And I think that it's more important to listen than to talk, because in that way we can understand what the issue could be or where we need to go.
That's a great question. And there are a couple of circumstances, very difficult circumstances that I've gone through while a Mason, where I have relied on my Masonic values to help me to get through it. I'm going to tell a very personal story. In 2008, I was Worshipful Master of Stilicum Lodge for the very first time. And I was a relatively new Mason. I'd only been in the craft for about 3 years. And I lost my baby brother to suicide. And after a stated meeting, about 2-3 weeks later, I had a worshipful brother, after the meal, take everybody aside in a circle, and as an opening prayer, it was before the meal, as the opening prayer, he prayed for me because he knew what I was going through. I don't know how well I would have weathered that storm had I not known that I had other people that cared about me. My Masonic values of equality, of rectitude of conduct, of morality, are shaped by the influence of people like Worshipful Brother Wayne Everett, who may have saved me at that point. So that's part of how those Masonic mentors and how I have tried to behave with the younger generation that's come up behind me. That helps in that difficult decision or circumstance. From that experience and from other experiences that I've had in Masonry, I know how valuable the fraternity is and how much it's worth saving, how important it is that this system of morality, where we care about one another just on the basis that we have this bond that we're committed to a Masonic way of life, is really important. That's, I think, how my Masonic values help me, and that I'm able to apply them even when things seem really, really dark. As a Chief Operating Officer, I've had to let go of some people, And it's a difficult time when you have to make really tough decisions that mess with people's lives, because it does. You try to make them with fairness, with as much equity, and with as much prudence as you can. So you've got those 4 cardinal virtues: temperance, justice, prudence, fortitude. And by using prudence, by making wise thoughts, by trying to figure out exactly what you should be doing, it helps to ease your conscience, first of all, and then being able to go back to that Masonic family where you can recharge yourself. That also helps just soothe the soul.